There's no heart beating inside your chest. It's vanished into thin air, never to be seen again. Never to be seen again. Never to be seen again.
Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing a kind of random color makeup tutorial. Now I have looked up this website called randomlists.com, and here you can kind of generate a series of random colors. I have chosen 5 as the quantity, and I'm just going to go ahead and refresh to get the shades that we'll be using today. And the shades that I got were orange, gray, midnight blue, light cyan, and slate blue. So this is going to be a very blue look, and hopefully I can find all these kinds of shades in my makeup stash. Alright, so as you can see, I have done my eyebrows and eyes off camera, and going in with an orangey kind of shade. This is a pastel orange called Best Coast Scenario from Colourpop. I'm just going to go ahead and use a Morphe M330 brush and sweep that into the crease. Now, because I feel like this is missing in a little bit of something, I'm going to go ahead and dip into the shade Clementine from the Kat Von D Pastel Goth palette. And I'm going to put that a little bit higher up on the crease using that same brush in order to blend out that Best Coast Scenario shade. Alright, so once you have that shade down on your eyes, I'm going to go ahead and grab a gray shade. And I think I'm going to grab 2 gray shades. The first one's going to be Dagger from the Pastel Goth palette. And I'm just going to be using very slow circular motions in order to put that into the outer crease. Now once you've built that gray up to the desired intensity, you can go ahead into a deeper gray shade, and I'm going to be grabbing the shade Stone from the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette, and it is this shade right here. It is slightly deeper. And since we already applied that Dagger shade beforehand, this Stone shade really blends easily. Now once you've applied enough of that gray shade, just go back in with the brush that you used to apply the orange shade and blend out the edges with no added product. Alright, since I don't really have a midnight blue shade in my collection, I'm going to go ahead and grab the shade Center Stage from Makeup Geek. It is a foiled eyeshadow, and using a Sigma eyeshading brush E55, I'm going to go ahead and pat that shade into the inner eye part of the eyelid, bringing it up slightly, and then I'm going to start blending it into that Stone shade. And then going back in with the Morphe M430 brush, the same brush that we used to apply Stone, I'm going to go ahead and dip it back into that shade and go ahead and apply it to re-intensify the outer portion. And I'm going to start bringing it a little bit above that Center Stage eyeshadow to create kind of like a blending region in between that and that Clementine shade. And I think next I'm going to go ahead and dip into a slate blue shade And I have decided to go in with the shade Velour, which is a shade that you also saw next to the Stone shade in the Metal Matte palette by Kat Von D. And I'm going to use that same brush that we used to apply Stone onto the eye, and I'm going to apply that shade slightly in between center stage and that orange shade in order to softly blend it. Now in order to add that light blue to this look, I'm going to go in with Colourpop's white eyeliner. I don't know the name of it, but I'm going to add that to the waterline. And I'm going to go over it with a dark blue liner from Colourpop as well. I'm just going back in with that white. And because sometimes adding all these shades, the darkness can look like as if it's going way up high. Way up higher than you want it to, just go ahead back in with that Morphe M330 and dip into Best Coast Scenario and start blending out the edges of that dark blue and gray shade that you've put into the crease. Now to add my own little spin to this look, I'm going to go ahead in with one of the NYX Vivid Brights liners in the shade Vivid Sapphire. It is a vibrant blue shade, and hopefully this looks alright. Just pray. Believe it or not, I think I'm just going to bring it in only halfway because I like how it looks. So once that wing liner is on, I'm going to go ahead and finish up the under eye, and then we'll be adding in lashes, and then I'm going to be using that random color generator thing to choose my lip pairing. So using a Morphe M508 brush, I'm just going to go ahead and dip into that Stone shade and put it as close to the lower lash line as possible. And then I'm also going to dip into the shade Dagger from the Pastel Goth palette. And we're going to go ahead and blend out the edges of that Stone shade. I'm going to go ahead with the shade Ignite, also in the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. And I'm going to add that to the inner corners. And then I'm also going to add that to the brow bone. Just a tiny bit. So I've got my lashes on. I've put on some Tarte Camera Lashes mascara. And I've gone and highlighted my face using two shades from the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. I'll have the shades linked in the description bar below. So now I'm going to go ahead and use this random color generator in order to generate one color. Hopefully it's wearable. I mean, I don't have a purple, like not purple, like a blue or an orange lipstick, so let's see what it gives me. Alright, so the shade that I got was Maroon. So hopefully, let me go into my stash and see if I can find something. This looks like a reddish, like a deep red burgundy eggplant kind of maroon, so hopefully I can find something like that. Alright, so I did find a maroon kind of shade. I will be going in with the shade Heathers by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Hopefully it's not bad. I'm just going to start going in with a little at first. Alright, so that is the completed look, and it turned out to be much more wearable than I had expected it to be. I mean, it's not every day that you see someone rocking like a blue eye with like lots of blue with a dark red lip, But I actually really loved how this turned out and how I was able to be creative. And even though this look didn't call for a wing liner, I decided to go in with that blue liner, and it really made this whole look pop. And I think I'm going to do this more often. So if you enjoyed this very random makeup challenge, then go ahead and like this video, comment down below on what other kinds of challenges or videos I should do, and don't forget to subscribe because that means a lot and it shows me that you're really interested in the content that I've been putting out. And honestly, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.